Hey, it's Terry Gorry, and this is the Irish Law and Small Business podcast. There's an interesting case reported there in the newspaper today. It's to do with what's described as, or a gentleman who is described as being addicted to litigation. The gentleman in question has a claim before the Workplace Relations Commission to do with discrimination, victimisation and harassment on the grounds of religious discrimination, he alleges. He's brought his case against Meta, that's Facebook's parent owner. His name is Mark J. Savage, and he is an Evangelical Christian. He's been banned from Facebook, and Facebook are arguing that his case at the WRC should be thrown out because it's frivolous and it's an abusive process, and this gentleman is addicted to litigation. Meta's legal team said on Tuesday, Claire Bruton BL is instructed by A&L Goodbody, said that Mr. Savage had made 14 posts on the social media site between April 2020 and October 2021, accusing employees of a North Dublin retailer of child sexual abuse which breached its terms of use, hate speech or bullying and harassment policies. Mr. Savage claimed that Facebook's policies were in line with the woke agenda. The Facebook posts were linked to Mr. Savage's attempts to post certain matters at a retail store alleging a politician was a sexual offender in February 2020 and his belief that there were a number of gay perverts at a toilet in North County Dublin. After staff at the store took down a notice posted by Mr. Savage and prevented him from putting it back, Mr. Savage proceeded to accuse them of child sexual offences, the tribunal heard. The social media posts were not opened to a preliminary hearing on Wednesday at the WRC, the Workplace Relations Commission, but Claire Bruton BL said they included what she described as hate speech in the form of a harmful stereotype that all homosexual men are gay perverts by virtue of their actions. The posts also included defamatory statements and had come to her client's attention when the retailer commenced legal proceedings against Meta, Miss Bruton added. Counsel said that Mr. Savage had already brought discrimination complaints against the politician and the retail store, which had both been ruled frivolous and vexatious by the WRC in separate proceedings. Lawyers for Meta, that's Facebook's parent company, told the WRC on Tuesday that by their count, Mr. Savage had made 42 previous discrimination complaints and had admitted to a reporter from the Sunday World in 2021 that he was addicted to litigation, calling it better than heroin. So, citing a 2021 ruling against Mr. Savage and a prior claim against the retailer, Ms. Bruton said that the WRC adjudicator in that matter had found that not the remotest suggestion, even by the complainant, that these allegations are true and that they were of the most vile and repugnant character. We sought for this complaint to be dismissed without a hearing. My application is for this complaint to be decided on the grounds of it being frivolous and vexatious. Mr. Savage's claim, we say, is an abusive process. So that is the position of Facebook and Facebook's legal team. He said, Mr. Savage said, that I believe this is a child safety issue. My religious belief is bearing witness to truth, highlighting a child safety issue. I bought all these textbooks, I studied them, I even played devil's advocate to see if there was any hole in my reasoning. I exercise my constitutional right to expression, my freedom of expression in public as an evangelical Christian, he said, adding that it was part of his religious expression to bear witness to truth. After swearing an oath, Mr. Savage claimed that various parties he had named were guilty of offences under the Sexual Offences Act 2017, including a WRC adjudication officer who had ruled on another of his complaints. Mr. Savage also said that he should have known better than to make an offhand comment about heroin addiction in a doorstep interview, and he complained that a reader might be left with the incorrect impression that he had used the drug in the past. The adjudication officer, Roger McGrath, said, "I'm going to adjourn this without prejudice to any decision. I'll consider everything that's been put to me, thank the parties for their submissions, and close the hearing." So that is a gentleman, Mark J. Savage, Evangelical Christian, who has been accused of being addicted to litigation and has had brought a number of complaints to the WRC against various parties. Hope you find this video interesting. If you do, I'd appreciate if you gave it the thumbs up down below. Thanks a lot.